So welcome to the Treehouse again, everybody, for another episode of Tree Talk TV. And in the Treehouse today we have Zoe. Now, I should have asked you before how to pronounce your second name, and I didn't.
So it's quite interesting. It's from Ukraine, Lvov, and the pronunciation is, in English we would say Peddubriwny, but in Ukrainian, Peddubriwny.
Oh, okay.
Peddubriwny.
So anyway, everybody, this is Zoe. And this is a genuine first-time meeting, isn't it, Zoe?
Yes, it is.
We met each other about 2 minutes ago.
Yes.
And you were, I was given your name by a mutual friend of ours, Teresa McCoy.
Yes.
All right, and you work alongside Teresa at White Elm Garden Centre in Essex. Mm-hmm. Okay, and Zoe is a personal trainer and a holistic therapist.
Yes.
Am I right? Yeah.
Yes,
a holistic
indeed.
Practitioner. And you are based at the White Elm Centre.
Yes,
so you've got one of those little huts. Those
I have
huts.
one of the cabins.
Okay. So Zoe, can we start off by let's just imagine I've come to your hut.
Okay.
All right. And it's called Beauvoir Body.
Beauvoir.
Beauvoir Body. Okay. Now, first of all, where did you get the name from?
Beauvoir, it's got actually quite a lot of meaning to me.
Okay.
My family, a lot of my cousins and my auntie, they lived just down the road from me when I was a child growing up in Hackney, and they lived in the area of the Beauvoir.
Oh, okay.
So, Beauvoir actually translates in French, it means beautiful view.
Oh.
So for me, I'm very all about, loving yourself, your energy, everyone around you, being kind to yourself. So a beautiful view on the inside and out and around the planet, nature, everybody. So I just thought it was a really lovely name. My cousin was like, why don't you call it Beauvoir? I was like, all right, why not?
Yeah,
so
lovely.
That's how I got the name.
Good.
It's got a bit of history.
And have you got a plaque outside saying
I've
that?
got a sign, yes,
okay.
and people always say Beauvoir, Beauvoir, Beauvoir. So yeah.
Okay, lovely. So, if I came to see you, which I'm going to have to now, of course, in your little hut at the garden centre, what kind of experience would I expect when I walk in? So, can you describe to us what's in your hut?
Okay, it's not quite as
Am
cool
I right
as your
saying hut? Am I right saying hut?
Yes, I've got hut, cabin.
Yeah, cabin.
Shed,
Cabin's a bit
sauna.
nice. No, because if people say shed about my treehouse, I get really quite,
I call it the cabin.
The cabin.
I call it the cabin. Yeah.
So, what kind of experience could I expect if I'm walking into your cabin?
So, it's actually really lovely and warm in there. It's got a lovely vibe. So I've got a lot of equipment in there that is very postural based, balance based. I don't have lots of heavy equipment. It's a very personal, intimate place, and it's really nice. I've also got a lovely fish tank in there. I've made it as tranquil as I can because apart from the fitness side, I'm also very holistic. So I've tried to kind of fuse fitness meets zen, if that makes sense. So it's got a lovely warm feel to it. I've even just kind of had a little garden because I've opened the doors up and it wasn't very neat outside. So I've actually had it all bricked and it's really nice. I've got a little garden, have a cup of tea.
Okay,
teapot.
Good. So So this is like a public place. People can come in and speak to you. But if somebody can, what does an appointment with Zoe look like? What can somebody expect? I mean, is this where you do your appointments?
Yes.
In your cabin?
Yes, I do, yeah.
Okay. So when you've got an appointment with somebody, you shut the door and lock everybody else out.
Put down the blinds, put the lamps on, open the doors. The weather's nice at the moment, so we can do that.
Okay, so that's what I want to know. What kind of experience can we expect?
So it's lovely, it's very pleasant. It's also very intimate because obviously a lot of people that come to see me don't like the environment of the gym, lots of people being around, maybe through to lack of confidence, their own, limiting self-beliefs that they have. So it's all very private. It's a safe, very calm, happy place. And I almost feel like through my consultations, through to the personal training sessions that I offer, it becomes, I kind of infuse a very holistic, kind of fitness meets holistic together. it's a little bit difficult to describe. What I kind of do is I don't just have people come in and say, oh, want to get fit, want to lose weight. I really kind of delve into what do they really want? How is their body functioning? You know, is their spine out of alignment? Meaning to me, not just that they've got a postural misalignment that could be causing back pain through an old ankle injury, for example. Also, you know, if their spine is out of alignment and their body is imbalanced with muscles, their energy isn't flowing correctly through the body. So I take a real deep look into it, mentally and physically, how they are as well.
Yeah, because holistically, from what I understand about the back anyway, because I'm you're Reiki trained, aren't you? And so am I. I tend to think that if somebody's got back problems from a holistic level, it's because they're not supporting themselves in some way.
Yes, definitely.
You know, on a deeper level, they are not, because our back, our spine is our support system,
of course,
isn't it, of our body.
Yes.
So so okay, so somebody comes to you, they says, I want a session with you, Zoe. So what are they going to get? So you do an assessment.
Right, so I usually do a 90-minute consultation that could go longer. I allow for more time. So when somebody comes in, the first thing I ask them, obviously I get their personal details, name, telephone number, date of birth, you know, the relevant information that I need. Then the first thing I'd ask them is, you know, what do you want to achieve? What are your goals? Now, people always come up with almost similar but very different answers. So most people will say, you know, I have a woman of a certain age that will tend to come in and say, okay, I want to lose weight.
Okay.
Or I've got back pain. So I then have to break it down and kind of say, okay, you want to lose weight. I don't weigh people on scales. I don't believe in it, you know. So for me, losing weight is, as we train and we even tone muscle, that is 40% scientifically heavier than fat. So as we burn body fat and we tone muscle, we then...
You might get heavier.
You could stay the same on the scales. You know, I had a client, I measure every couple of weeks how we're getting along. I take photographs and I take measurements of, you know, the right arm, the left arm, right leg, left leg, waist, hips, chest, for example. And people can say, oh, but I've lost a whole inch around my waist in the last 2 weeks, but I'm the same on the scales.
Yeah.
I'm like, do your clothes fit better? They're like, oh yeah, I've got room. I can zip that dress up that I can, you know, zip up for, but I don't understand why I'm not losing weight. So I always say to them, kind of leave it in my hands. Do you feel better? Do you look better? You know, how do your clothes feel? Mentally, do you feel better? Yeah, I feel great. I'm more flexible. I'm more supple. I'm like, just throw the scales away. Okay, scales are, they're almost like the demon, the evil demon. You know, they're not something... So yeah, I ask people, what do you want to achieve? What are your goals? So then I break down these goals specifically. If you want to lose weight, what type of weight do you want to lose it from a certain part of your body? You know, is it around the thighs? Is it the bum? Is it the tummy? Have we got these, what people go, oh, I've got to get rid of my bingo wings, you know, and I always have a joke about them, the old bingo wings. You know, but do you want to drop a dress size? So we kind of go into their goals. Most people have the same goal. Yeah. But then when we break it down, what I then do is I go through a full, from when you wake up, I don't just say, oh, what do you eat? You know, what's your diet like? Because people go, oh, you know, I'm quite good. I have a glass of wine at weekends. I miss breakfast. It's all very blah, blah, blah over the place. So
sporadic.
Very sporadic.
Erratic,
that's exactly what I'm looking for. So basically what I say is, okay, what time do you wake up? It will be 7 a.m. Okay, when you wake up at 7 a.m, what is the first thing that you have? I have a cup of tea, for example. Okay, so what is the next thing, fluid-wise or food-wise? What, you know, goes into your mouth and ends up in your tummy? What time is it and what is it? Cereal. What type of cereal? What type of milk? Do you have sugar? Do you put fruit on it? You know, are they organic berries? Are they just from the supermarket? So I really break it down. I go through the whole day to look at their diet. I give some advice
very
as I go along.
detailed.
Very, very detailed.
Okay.
Diet is very important.
Right, yes, without a doubt. Right, so you're very thorough on the dietary aspects.
Yes.
Okay.
So also when I go through, so we go through the goals, then we go through the diet, and then one of the most important things for me, obviously I take people's measurements, however they like to be measured. You know, some people like, can you measure my wrist? I'm like, okay, if that's a place you're worried about, I do general measurements, but some people ask for specific places if they feel it's a problem area for them. Okay. Most women don't ask me to measure their chest. It would be something that I would do for a man, because a man has a measurement of a chest size. But sometimes I may have a client that may say to me, can you measure my chest? You know, it's almost like they're more concerned about that than their hips or their tummy. Yeah, so it's whatever somebody wants. Then what I do is I go through postural assessments, very, very basic things. If we had a little bit more room in here, I'd get up and start moving around. So what I do is they're very basic postural assessments. So I'd literally get someone to kind of stand facing me. And I'd say to them, okay, you know, march on the spot, you know, swing your arms and legs, close your eyes. And they always laugh and feel silly. I'm like, don't feel silly. It's only me and you. We're in a safe, happy space. All right. It's just us. So they kind of march on the spot, close their eyes. And then I say, open your eyes, but do not move your body, like at all. You cannot move at all. They don't understand what I'm doing at the time. But then when they open their eyes and I say, don't move an inch, I then say, okay, well, for example, someone may twist to the side, or their foot may just be really kind of outstepped, you know, rotated in a way that isn't just standing straight forward, or their neck may be slightly crooked, or their shoulder one may be up, one may be down. And then I already start the postural assessment. Oh, do you wear your handbag on your left side? Yes, I do. How do you know that? Because your shoulder is down. Which then I say, you know, before I go any further, I then determine that your hips will be out of alignment, because if the shoulder's down, the body's like a zigzag. So the shoulder being down would mean the left hip would be up slightly, meaning the hips being the driving force of the body. If the hips are out of alignment, the spine's out of alignment. So we already foresee there's going to be postural issues and muscle imbalance. So I then, somebody that wants to just come in and lose a little bit of weight, I've then taken it to the next level. Hold on, we need to really figure out your posture. Do you suffer with back pain? Yes. This is because X, Y and Z is out of place. How do you know that? I'm like, well, let's take a look in the mirror. A lot of people, I've kind of got a mirrored wall in the studio, in the cabin. And some people are very, I don't want to look in the mirror. If they're not very happy with themselves, and I'm like, you know, relax. I don't make you just look in the mirror. You can face me, it's fine. You know, it's just me and you. We're in a, you know, not in a place of judgment. The mirror's not, you don't need to look in the mirror. But however, when I'm informing you of how your posture's out of alignment, I may say, okay, take a look there. And then people go, oh, okay, and they feel comfortable with it. Because traditionally in gyms, mirrors are there and you get the people posing and the bicep curls and looking at themselves, and you know, that's not how I like it to be. I want people to be really happy and comfortable when they come to see me, so that they, you know, feel like they're in a safe space, so they keep coming back, so it becomes a habitual part of their life, so they can achieve that health.
And how long, Zoe, does somebody, after you've done an initial assessment and you've worked out what the plan is going to be with that person, how long do people stay with you? Do they...
Do you know what? It's quite different, really. So based on someone's goals, what I do is, after the assessment, I work out and have a little discussion with them. Okay, you know, because personal training can become expensive for people, and I don't like to think that if someone needs a lot more help than someone else, that you know, they've got to pay more. I don't like all of that. Well, you know, if I said I'll make a random number, I charge £50 an hour, but to achieve those goals, you've got to come and see me 4 times a week, because that's what you really need if you want to hit that goal within 3 months, because you're going to this wedding, or you know, going on this holiday and you want to get into this swimming costume. This is what you realistically need to do. Then I have to determine, are they only able to exercise with me, or will they have the motivation to do it at home? If they do have the motivation, I always say to them, you know, at no extra cost, I will create you a program, safe and effective program, that you'll do with me, you'll learn here with me, and you can do it at home. If you have any problems, WhatsApp video call. Am I in the right position? You know, I'm happy for people to contact me anytime, just to be accountable to me, so I can help like a fitness buddy.
There's kind of follow up afterwards.
Of course,
Okay, that's interesting. And I'm already feeling with you that I would imagine that people, you know, feel comfortable quite quickly with you. And you make them, you know, that's part of your job, isn't it?
Of course,
To not only are you naturally tuning into somebody's needs, physical needs and wants, but you are tuning into them on a deeper level and more
course.
emotional
Yeah,
level.
of
You're
course,
sensitive
definitely.
and empathic to what they
Yeah.
need
Yes.
on other levels, which is brilliant. Okay, now. You were saying that you were Reiki trained as well, so there's this kind of spiritual awareness
Yes.
thing going on. So when did you become? So we've gone from the physical. Now we're going a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
How does that change your business? How does it? I mean, do you offer Reiki as well?
Yes, I do.
In the cabin?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're offering a variety of treatments, of practices. So Reiki, and which is the most popular?
For me, personal training is just, I literally, like I said, I'm working 7 days a week at the minute.
Okay.
It just seems people are radiating towards me. Lots of people with injuries as well at the moment.
Okay.
But it's my passion to help people, get themselves back into health. So I seem to be attracting a lot of people with quite severe injuries.
And how long have you been at White Elm?
I've been at White Elm since middle of January. I would say.
So you've only recently
not long opened,
pitched in there. Okay.
So a lot of people are coming for personal training, but a lot of my clients, I will always kind of say to them, oh, you're having a bad week, come in for some Reiki, and I'll give them a session of Reiki. So with my healing, I just give that as a little kind of treat, really, because I love being able to help people energetically on that level.
Yes. Okay. Good. Right. Now, on a spiritual level as well, our life lessons are sort of determine our spiritual pathway,
Yes,
don't they?
definitely.
So, what would you say have been one of the most important life lessons which has set
Really
you
brought
on
me
your
down this path.
Yeah.
Probably for me, my
Initiated.
dad. My dad. So there's so much to him. I mean, from the day I'm 37.
Okay.
So since I was born, he was nothing but trouble. Any family that watch this will just, they'll all be laughing. He was an acquired taste, should I say, my dad. There was always something chaotic and crazy going on surrounding him. As a little girl, I grew up, he was in and out of prison. He had drug and alcohol addictions. He sadly passed away 2 years ago now.
Not long.
No. And
how did you take that?
To be honest, I kind of dealt with it really, really well. I was, for the last 10 or 12 years, he'd been very ill. His body was breaking down due to the alcohol and drug addictions.
Okay.
And he literally had anything that could possibly be wrong with his body. His lungs were collapsing, his heart was failing. He had severe chronic pain due to trapped nerves. He had scoliosis of the spine. He had so much going on, and it was almost, seeing my dad suffer was a real mental torment for me. It was tough. He wasn't there all the time. There was many years I didn't see him for. He was in and out of my life, but the final...
He's still your dad?
Yeah, he was, good or bad, he was my dad, and I do miss him, but he, for me, was the person that has probably impacted my life the most. He put me through a lot of stuff from, being born up till now, still dealing with a lot of stuff that he's left behind for me to deal with. I won't go into all of that. But he has been the person, really. I've become who I am through the struggles with my dad, I suppose, and that's why I'm very passionate about what I do, helping people on a mental and physical level, because...
You can see the opportunity in challenges and life lessons. Yeah.
Like with my dad as well, if only he would have listened sometimes and, taken a little bit of nice, kind advice and been kind to himself, his life could have been very different, but he didn't. And watching my dad be the way he was just made me want to help other people, because I didn't want to see people go through what my father went through, because he was, he was... almost like a tortured soul his whole life, from bad parents through to when he passed. He lived a very troubled life, mentally and physically. He was suffering and in a lot of pain, and I think when he went, I felt peace, like he's all right now. Yeah, I felt like he was, and it was very sad, and it still is sad for me today, but I'm okay, because I know he is now in a nice, happy, calm place that isn't horrible, that isn't, you know, fighting demons in his head. I know he's in a good space now.
Yeah.
So, and I believe he's with me. I talk to him all the time. So.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
That's really lovely. Okay, so that led you into the healing,
Yes.
spiritual side of things. You more aware of that as a person, and empathy for others. So how does that now sort of go into teaching? Because do you teach anything? Do you teach or not?
Teaching as in classes, you mean?
Yeah.
So I'm a Pilates instructor, also
right.
Kundalini yoga.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I do some classes, but it's kind of finding the time because I am very busy and I'm pulled between quite a few things that I'm doing at the moment.
Yeah.
So I don't really have that much time to teach classes, but I am very... I seem to be one of those people. I remember, you know, I years ago had a personal trainer when I had a bad ankle injury, and I went back to the gym, and although I knew what I was doing, I actually needed a boost mentally because I'd had a really bad injury and I'd almost lost my confidence a little bit. So I went to the gym and actually had a personal trainer, but it was come here, get fit, go on the treadmill, do those weights, bye-bye, you know, pay me and bye. I just don't have that with people. When people come to me, whatever level they're coming to me at, I almost feel like people, they feel okay to tell me, and it's almost like I'm able to help them in more ways than just getting fit, and I really love that.
So
I can
you are
do that.
creating that intimate,
yes,
sort of almost a sacred space with
yeah,
people.
of course, yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I mean about the teaching, really, because you're teaching on a one-to-one, aren't you?
Yes.
It's not so much class, but
Yeah.
you're teaching on a one-to-one.
Yeah.
And if you're a teacher and if you're a healer, you can't not help bring that energy
Yeah.
through and
Yeah.
want to share it and
Yeah.
help others with that.
It-
That's what I was getting
Yeah.
at, really. Okay. So you're creating and expanding and growing this business of yours.
Yes.
Are there any events that you are involved with as well that are kind of branching out from that, you know?
Okay, so I've got two other things that I'm doing. So I'm at the moment very honoured and privileged that my friend, who I've only met her very recently, but we've become really, really close. You know, like you've known someone your whole life. So
Yeah.
Kelly Swain, I will give her a mention on here today. She's an absolutely fantastic lady. She contacted me only a few months back and said, I'm doing this charity event. I've created an organisation called Empowering Minds. I didn't know the full history behind it. She basically said to me, I'm looking for therapists, people that are into anything to do with health, holistic. I'm looking for a collective of people that will give up their time and come and get involved. I'm doing this big charity fundraiser on Saturday the 18th of August in Leigh-on-Sea in Haycroft Primary School, and I'm super excited about it. I've actually got a shiver, like my dad's here with me while I'm talking to you about this. I'm super excited because what we're doing on this day to raise money for mental health in children, because the government have stopped a lot of funding, is we are introducing parents and children to holistic health.
Okay.
Which is something that hasn't really been brought to, we're going into primary school. So this is going to be the first of many, and we hope to go to all of the schools in the UK. We've got my friend Glenn, who's a personal trainer also, who introduced me to Kelly. He's doing an army boot camp for the parents and children. Then we've got chakra dancing, we've got crystal healing, we've got Reiki, where we're talking about nutrition, you know, disease stemming from an unhealthy gut. I have been asked to actually host the day, which I'm super excited about. So yeah, you know what I'm like.
Oh,
shut me up.
fantastic. Lovely.
So yeah, I'm really excited. So
yeah. So like you say, it's going to be the first of many.
Yes.
So are there plans to do more afterwards? Have you got any concrete plans, or is it just kind of up in the air, seeing how the first one goes?
We are all just manifesting, and we know that this is the first of many.
Okay.
The minute this one is over with on Saturday, a lot of preparation has gone into it, a collective of, you know, loads of different people. Once this one is over, literally Sunday morning, Kelly will be ringing up going, right, when's the next one? She's super motivated. Kelly had suffered with severe anxiety and depression because she lives with chronic pain after childbirth 4 years ago. She's my age, she's 37. And she takes her children to school on a mobility scooter. She walks with a stick. She's literally in severe chronic pain after childbirth. The hospital have kind of, in trying to correct, they've created more issues. So she is truly, you know, I do want to mention her on here today, because she is very, I love inspiring people. That's part of my job, to motivate and inspire. Well, she inspires me.
She inspires you, yeah.
She wakes up every morning, is like, right, I want to help other people. Even though she's living in chronic pain, all she wants to do is go and teach other people the way of, you know, holistic health. She has gone from 40 medications a day for depression, anxiety, pain, down to one, through holistic health, reading the book The Secret, studying holistic health, having lots of types of healing herself. So I really feel I'm very passionate about it, and it's very special when, because I was a child that never had any help and I had a tough upbringing. For me, I feel very privileged. I can go and help them children, you know, so they do get the help they need, because you can't. I never could ask for help when I was a little girl. I was never going to get it. Just had to kind of dust myself off, get up and do it. Up. That's what I had to do. But you know, it was really hard. I made it was easy, but it wasn't. I've had a real tough life, but you know, that's maybe who I am today, and that's why I'm so compassionate. I love helping others. So. This is, super exciting.
Excellent,
yeah,
excellent.
I'm really excited.
Now, you talk about nutrition, and that's something else that you do as well, isn't it?
Yes.
So, tell us.
So, firstly, I give nutritional advice to all of my clients.
Okay.
And it will be on a level of, people expect to come and see me and they look at me and go, oh, it's really bad, isn't it? And they kind of look down, and I'm like, no, do you know what? It's not bad. What I try to do is, this is a really bad diet. This is an Olympian athlete's diet. We don't, you're not training for the Olympics. We just want you normal. We don't have to take out every bad thing that you eat. Obviously, you know, it's not great to eat processed food. It's not great to eat sugar. These things aren't very good for you. And in an ideal world, they wouldn't even be there, but they are there, and temptation is there. And we get brought up. Parents give this stuff to their children, and it's what we know. So what I kind of do, people get very shocked. They say, oh, have I got to give up my chocolate bar at 4 o'clock? I'm like, no, actually you haven't. How much water are you drinking? 1 glass a day. Well, when you wake up every morning, have a pint of water. People will laugh when they watch this, because it's my little quote. Drink more water. Running around White Elms, drink more water. So
basically what you're doing is you're rebalancing.
Yes, so I put, rather than take the bad thing out, so I don't mentally and physically shock someone, as they naturally get fitter and healthier, they want to make the changes. But in the beginning, it's a bit of a struggle. Oh, I'm going from being sedentary, no exercise, and a bad diet, to seeing Zoe 3 times a week. Oh my God, I've got to go to the supermarket and buy all this organic stuff, and I'm not allowed to have this. I don't take things away from people. Nobody likes things being taken away. So what I do is I add something nice in, healthy, something good, something that's really healthy for the gut. So I add something in. And then after a couple of weeks of that, I go, okay, do you think we could remove that now? And I gently balance them. And people find that quite shocking. Also with nutrition, we've got a little bee. You did tell me they'd be floating around.
In here. I do share the treehouse with bees. Yeah,
we're definitely in a real treehouse. So what I also do, which I'm super excited about at the moment, you probably would have read the book The Secret. Positive laws of attraction. Yes. So Bob Proctor, who is one of the main people in that book, he's a prosperity coach, very famous. His wife Linda Proctor and Marnie Kay have created a marketing company called Team Diamond Global Network, and I'm actually a silver leader with them.
Okay.
Got involved really in the early stages in the UK. We are promoting, on a natural health supplements, Moringa oleifera base, which is the most nutrient dense botanical that exists on the planet that's been discovered so far.
What is it? A plant?
Moringa oleifera, it grows. It's native to the Himalayas.
Okay.
And it is literally consuming a sachet of this a day just, really provides you with optimal health. So your cells function at an optimal level, reverses the effects of processed food, sugars. So we've got like 92 nutrients, 46 antioxidants, 36 anti-inflammatories and 20 amino acids in one sachet. That's pretty sensational. So I'm involved with them. I do, what I love is I do a lot of talks with them. I get up and they call me the product queen. So I do the products, they do the business side. I do the product side.
Certainly remember all the information is coming off pat like I don't know what.
So for me, nutrition is very, very important because I do believe our bodies are alkaline. They don't like acidic things to be put inside them, sugar, alcohol, and the rest of it, all the processed food. But it's quite important that we maintain that in the body, because if the gut does not maintain alkalinity, you know, we do get disease is when the body is at dis-ease.
Yes.
So the body is at dis-ease, it becomes inflamed when it's acidic inside. So it's very important we keep it alkaline. So the Moringa oleifera does that. So it's something that I'm hugely promoting at the moment. And
can people buy that from your cabin?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
They can indeed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
But you know, it's the team of people that I'm also working alongside. You know, Linda Proctor, Marnie Kay, Darren Gibson, Megan Lichigan, Aline Bagnon. You know, they're very inspirational people, you know, great energy. And I almost feel like since I've been interacting with them, it's almost boosted me to a whole new level.
Yeah.
You know, they're a great team of people, and the products that we've got to, you know, and even children can consume moringa.
Okay.
Which is fantastic, you know, so for all those parents out there that are interested in a little bit of better health. So at the charity event next weekend, at Empowering Minds event,
which will probably pass when this goes out.
Yes,
so,
yes.
But if you've got more coming
we
up,
are actually
good.
going to, you know, I also will have a big stand there educating parents on better health for the children, giving them some samples to try and stuff, you know. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So
Okay.
exciting.
Well, Zoe, just one more question really before we finish, because you've been, you know, all this information is very helpful. It's clear that you're very passionate about what you do, you know, in your work and helping others. But what does Zoe, look, you're very busy. You lead a hectic lifestyle here, there and everywhere.
Yes.
Because you're not only at the cabin, are you? You're sort of doing other things
yes.
as well at these events and things. What does Zoe do to look after herself, to switch off, to relax, to ground?
At the minute, Zoe's being very naughty and pretty exhausted. I'm not going to lie, I'm drinking the moringa to keep the energy levels going.
Okay. What do you do to really switch off?
Believe it or not, for me, I'm actually a practicing Buddhist, so I'm not finding a lot of time to go to my weekly meditation, which I'm, you know, going to tell myself off for at the minute. You know, for me, I actually work out. I go jogging. Not in my cabin, in my own space. I love jogging. I love yoga. I'm just about to train to be a yoga instructor, so my time for me is probably my yoga class that I go to. Okay,
so you're integrating your spirituality, your philosophy in life into your everyday life, which basically sort of tells me that you're a lady who walks her talk.
Yes.
All right, because and I think that makes a big difference for people that are going to come and ask for your help, because I know from my own experience of having teachers, like yoga teachers and anybody that you've learned from, if you know that person is walking their talk, you know, because we lead by example, we teach by example.
Yeah, of course.
Then you have more faith in that person, then you have, you know, you trust what they're saying. And as a teacher and as healers, I think that we inspire confidence in others to be independent, to look after themselves independently. So it has a knock-on effect. Yeah. You know, the energy exchange is equal. Yeah. You know. Okay, because it was just a question that I had to ask, because I know that in our society, in life at the moment, you know, we have so many opportunities to expand and grow our businesses, our personal lives, our spiritual lives. All the information is out there, you know, online and off, but mostly online. Yeah.
I don't watch TV in my spare time, and I don't go to the pub on a Friday night.
No, I don't think I don't either.
I do immerse myself in my everyday practice.
But it can become a distraction, can't it? All these things, because our sensories are bombarded the whole time with all this information. So I just wondered what you do, you know, sometimes, because I know for me, if I feel that I'm getting overloaded or overwhelmed with too much energy, too much information, I get that kind of mental sort of build up. I need to switch off completely. So I switch off my phone, I don't go online for a few days. But, you know, we can't always do that because if we run businesses, if we need to keep those connections and communications going with others, our clients, our pupils, whatever that is, we need to keep those lines open. Then we need to find a way of integrating our philosophy into our everyday life.
Sure.
For me, mine is walking my dogs in the fresh air, recharging in nature. So I was just interested as to what you do.
For me, no, it's definitely, I do, every night when I actually go to bed, I put on Steve Nobel, transmission clearing,
do you?
meditation. I love that. I just go to sleep listening to them.
Yeah.
So I feel like I don't have time to do it when I'm awake. I'm so busy, so let me do it when I'm sleeping. I'm even trying to do things when I'm asleep.
Subconsciously, you're reprogramming yourself. You're clearing your mind. You're having a psychic vacuum.
Yeah, and I love a bit of cleaning as well. So, a bit crazy. I never stop when I get home. I'm on the go still until I just pass out and go to sleep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Very therapeutic for me.
Yeah, and grounding. I mean, I find that if I'm doing a healing treatment, or if I've given a reading to somebody, because I'm in that sort of higher consciousness space, there's nothing like cleaning the toilet afterwards. Bring you back down to earth. You know what I mean?
Big pile of ironing for me.
Or if I was sort of, if we're talking 15 years ago, it'd be nothing like changing a baby's nappy.
And one of the other things I do to relax is I love cooking. So because I'm such a
so practical things.
I'm very I love my cooking. My other half, they say, does he exercise? I'm like, no. Well, does he eat healthy? Of course, because he eats what I give him.
Oh, brilliant.
But I love cooking. Food to me is medicine.
Yes, of course.
Food is medicine, and it's all about. I've had a lot of disease in my family, also cancer, diabetes, many arthritis, and I do believe healthy gut prevents disease. So
brilliant. Okay, Zoe. Yes. And just one more question before we finish, because I think we could go on and on and on, but we've really got to tie it up. Is have you got a website? Where can people find you?
I have got a website. I'm just about to update it because I kind of created it myself. It looks nice, but it doesn't really tell you much about me. So I'm just about to update it. So my website is www.beauvoirbody.com.
Okay, well, I'll put that in the show notes.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, lovely.
The video.
Brilliant.
And what is the vision for Zoe over the next year?
Right, okay,
what are you seeing?
It's quite a big vision, and I'm really happy you've asked me this. So, expanding my own business, so I can go out and touch more people's lives, mentally, physically, with their well-being. Also, to empower and mise this charity organisation that I'm involved in, really get stuck in with Kelly and move this forward so we can touch the lives of, millions of people, I hope, not just a couple of hundred. We really want to get this out to all the primary schools in the UK.
Lovely. Yeah.
But the main thing for me, I want to open a healing retreat, and I'm hoping to do that in next summer. Next summer. My mum lives in Spain. I'd like to find a property in Spain with, several bedrooms, so I can get people over, and we have healing from, whether it be nutrition, fitness, Reiki, crystal healing, healing, meditation, yoga, whatever you need. You come there and you come to heal, and you come to take time for you. So that is what I want to do. I'm manifesting it, and it's going to happen next summer. Watch this space. Hopefully I can invite you along as my guest.
Oh, I'd love to come. Yeah.
Bring the treehouse though. This is the coolest place, by the way, guys. I'm loving it.
Well, you can always hire my husband to come and build you one wherever your healing retreat is.
I actually had the conversation.
He built the treehouse.
It's amazing, and thank you so much for having me here today. I'm truly grateful, and I really feel
it's been fantastic. It's been lovely speaking to you,
and
I hope that other people are going to gravitate towards your little cabin at Whiteham Garden Centre.
Please do come and visit me, and if there's any way I can help, I'll try my best. Yeah.
Thank you, Zoe.
Thank you, Sheena, for having me here. Thank you.
TTFN, everybody. Bye.